Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Harmon. Today I'm in a town called Guthrie, Oklahoma, and I'm checking out again one of the more horrific crimes, a sad murder of a young 10-year-old girl named Jamie Bolin. Now you guys probably most likely have heard of her name or maybe seen a documentary potentially of this case. But again, I was passing through the area and wanted to, of course, show you her grave. And so in this video I'm going to, of course, talk about what happened, and then I'm going to show you her grave, which is here at the I believe it's called the Summit View Cemetery here in Guthrie. I think it's the only public cemetery here in town. It's quite large, actually. So before we get into the details, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to an awesome guy I met, a worker here at the cemetery. Michael, if you're watching this, I just wanted to say thank you so much for not only helping me find the grave, but just giving me an awesome background of the town and just being extremely nice and helpful to me. So the day of the murder was April 12th, 2006. Jamie Bolin, again 10 years old, lived with her father in an apartment complex, and they just happened to live across a hallway or breezeway from a man named Kevin Ray Underwood. Kevin Ray Underwood was 26 years old at the time of the murder, and unfortunately he had a very sick, twisted, evil plan, and that was to abduct somebody and carry out basically his fantasy of sexual assault, murder, and cannibalism. And again, unfortunately, his choice target just happened to be Jamie Bolin. Now it says on that day of April 12th, Jamie had just happened to wander by his apartment, and Jamie was lured into Kevin's apartment as Kevin told her that she could see his pet rat and also watch a SpongeBob cartoon video. However, once she got inside, he ended up smashing her skull and back in with a cutting board before he ended up choking her and cutting her throat in an attempt to decapitate her. He also sexually violated her as well. After killing poor little Jamie, he ended up putting her body in a plastic tub, which he taped shut and he hid in his closet. And then he ended up dismantling the bicycle she had been riding and stashed parts beneath his bed. Several days later, on April 14th, police first took notice of Kevin when he volunteered to help search for her. I mean, can you imagine? He just killed her a few days ago, or a few days prior, and then he goes to quote-unquote help search for her. How just deluded can you be? I just can't even believe it. The officers noted that he acted pretty suspicious and took him into questioning at the police station. During the interview, Kevin told police that Jamie was wearing a short-sleeved blue shirt when he saw her riding her bicycle that same day that she disappeared. However, other people were positive she had worn a pink shirt to school that day. So obviously that kind of arose more suspicions from the police. Kevin also told the police that his father was a butcher and that he fantasized about butchering a human. That is what he told the police. During a search of his apartment, as they of course got a search warrant, they found the duct-taped tub, and unfortunately Jamie's remains beneath, guess what, her blue shirt. They also found her dismantled bicycle, and they also found skewers, meat tenderizers, different knives and swords, and of course the cutting board he used to kill her with. They theorized that Kevin's goal was to kidnap someone, sexually assault them, torture them, kill them, and again, like I said earlier, cannibalize them and eat their remains. So as you can imagine, this case became incredibly popular. Everyone in the nearby area, as well as the country, heard about poor little Jamie being murdered. And that's kind of how I found out about this case, to be honest. Anyway, so of course Kevin was immediately arrested after they found some of that evidence in his apartment. He was subsequently convicted of first-degree murder in 2008, and the jury only needed 20 minutes to convict him, and they sentenced him to death. As of 2021, it looks like he is still on death row at the Oklahoma State Penitentiary. And anyway, guys, incredibly tragic, sad case. Here's Jamie's grave. I do appreciate it when the family puts the victim's face on the grave. I feel like it really, I don't know, it just feels like it's a little bit more personal, and it feels like you can kind of connect to, you know, the person who died, just being able to see their face and knowing what they look like. So I really appreciate it when the families put like the victims' faces on the graves. I'm sure it's probably not cheap to do that, so I appreciate that they did that. Yeah, anyway guys, that pretty much wraps it up. One that I felt like I needed to do to, you know, to honor and remember Jamie. And unfortunately she never got a chance to really grow up and do the things that most teenagers get to do. She lost out on that from a sick individual. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Again, my name is Harmon. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe.